Hi, everybody. I thought I would come on and just do a live. I haven't done a live in forever, and usually I don't show my face. Usually you'll just see my hands. But I thought, oh, well, I'm all dolled up. Actually, I just changed my clothes because I just got back from my nephew's graduation. And it was, I told myself, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Well, throw that out the window, right? It is just very emotional when you go to a high school graduation, heck, even a kindergarten graduation. My boys, who are homeschooled, I am throwing them a kindergarten graduation ceremony the first weekend of June because there's so many graduations in May that I have to attend. I have to push theirs back a little bit. So I actually got their cap and gown in the mail today, and they are so cute. I had Ethan try his on, and it was adorable. So I know there's probably not hardly anybody who follows me who's probably on right now because it's Saturday and everybody's probably doing things, but I thought it's okay. I'll just pop on anyway, and if anybody comes on, they come on. So yeah, it was pretty emotional seeing my nephew graduate and just seeing all those young 18-year-olds with every possibility in the world. Like, they could do anything that they want to do, anything they put their mind to it, they can do it. And it just to think about all the endless possibilities that they have being 18 years old, and now they've got to go into the world and be an adult. And the valedictorian had a wonderful speech. She memorized it, you guys. She didn't look at her paper but maybe once, and that was to turn the page, for crying out loud. But she memorized it, and it was a long speech. I was so impressed. I was like, there's no way I could remember that. I remember working at Ashley's Furniture, and we had to memorize a speech when they came in, when people came in through the door. You're a salesperson, you got to throw your pitch. And I remember being so nervous, like I'm never going to remember. And it was just like, I don't know, a sentence, 2 sentences or whatever it was. And oh my God, it felt like it took me forever to get that down and remember it. And we had to get in front of our instructor who was training us, and we had to give our little spiel. Lord, thank God I passed. Anyway, enough about that. Like I said, I'm at home now. Everybody's super tired because we had to get up very early in the morning. His graduating ceremony was at 9 o'clock. So for us, with 3 little kids, we had to get up at 6. So I could get dressed in peace and do my hair and do my makeup and get their clothes ready. I got their clothes ready the night before, but to get little kids moving in the morning, it's not easy. I don't think really anybody with having kids is easy to get, especially when you have more than one. Get them out the door, let's go, loaded car seats, blah, 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 blah. Then we have to have breakfast earlier. It was an ordeal, but we made it, and thank God. Like, we were almost late. It's just trying to get on time somewhere is tough. It is. But here is my baby I made. So now you can see her skin complexion to mine. And she's just a little stinker. So I got to tip her nails today. So that's what I'm going to work on. Actually, just washed my paintbrushes. I'm sitting at my desk that Jared and the boys got me for Mother's Day. So I thought, why it's quiet and everybody's relaxing right now, that would be a good time to get that done. Also, her new eyes came in, and I don't know if you can really see them or not, but I ordered hazel, but and they're glass eyes, they're flat backs, okay? I don't know if any of you have ever changed doll eyes before. They're hard to get in. The flat back eyes, you can either push them through the eye, which takes a little bit of power to, not, I shouldn't say power, a little bit of strength to get in. I always have the fear I'm gonna mess the paint up, like around the eye. So I cut the vinyl behind the eyeball and I get them in that way. It's just something I'm familiar with. That used to be the only way you used to be able to get eyes in. Before they made eyes that were flat like this and you can stick them in through the front of the head. Anyway, I'm not too crazy about them. I don't know if you can even really tell. You can really tell what her eyes look like. I don't know. I mean, they're growing on me, but they look more brown. They look more brown than they do hazel. Now, I know I have hazel colored eyes, and my eyes change to what I'm wearing, depending, or whatever eyeshadow I'm wearing. So, like right now, they probably look really dark. But when you look at me in person, they have all different flecks of colors in there. But the dominant color right now that's in the eye almost looks like, how do I even describe this? I wouldn't even say honey. It almost has like a orangey brown color. I don't know. So, I don't know. I'm trying to get used to it, but I'm not a big fan. Eyes are very hard. Eyes are probably one of the hardest things to choose for your reborn, whether you're getting a custom or you're making your own. I think eyes are so difficult because they look one way in the photo and then you get them and then they look kind of completely different. And I would love to buy the more expensive glass eyes, like her eyes. My God, I think they were $25, and that's expensive for eyes, but there are, even higher priced eyes, and I'm just not willing to go any higher than that. Like 25 is steep as it is, and then you've got to pay for shipping and all that other stuff. So I choose not to go any higher than that, and I actually didn't even really want to spend that much because I have my reasons, like I said. But that's what I'm going to work on today. But I just wanted to come on and say hello, let you know how my Saturday is going. Say hi to new subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I guess I can do a little recap of, how I got into the hobby, how long I've been around, that kind of stuff, if you're new. So I am very old school. I have been around for a very, very long time. And this wasn't my only channel. I actually had another Reborn channel called I Love My Sweet Pea 79. And that was my first channel that I made Reborn videos. And I believe it's still up. It's just, I don't think you can leave comments. And it was before I had children. I look back on those videos and yeah, you can just tell how young I am. My God, I'm so young. And it's a good memory though, good memories. So, oh, hi. I see actually some people saying hi to me. Hi, hello. So that was my first channel. Then I had that channel for a long time. And then I decided to switch gears and create a different channel. Now, I can't remember why exactly I did what I did. I don't know if it was because you couldn't have multiple channels on YouTube at that time, so you had to open an additional channel. And I think that's what I did, because now obviously you can have multiple channels and you can click on the button and drag down what channel you want. Things have evolved and advanced. So yeah, so now I have my Little Tulip, and I obviously left the YouTube community for a while, dolly community because I had my twins, and they are 6 years old now. And then I had Luke back in 2020, and he is 3. So, of course, being a new mom, that took precedence, and I sold all of my collection when I was pregnant with my twins. Everything. Pacifiers, clothes, anything I had, I sold it all. Sold it all because I used that money for my real babies. And let me tell you, when you have twins, it costs a lot of money. Costs a lot of money. Diapers and clothes and double of everything. So I didn't feel it was right for me to have all this Reborn stuff. I needed to step away. I didn't think I was ever going to come back into the community because I was a mom. When would I have had time? But around when the boys turned 2, I think I came back on and made a video here and there. And then after I had Luke, obviously, I stopped. And then now I'm back. And now I am trying to make my own, tinker around with that. So it's going okay. I mean, you guys have seen the babies I've made. They're not, I don't know. I like I said, I am my worst enemy. I judge myself so harshly that even when someone tells me like your work looks really good, I don't believe them. I think I've always just been that way. I'm always critical of myself. I'm never satisfied with my work. I'm always trying to strive to do better, or I can change this, or I can change that. And like, even when I look at her, I think, oh my God, I could have done this differently. I could have done that differently. Yeah, so harsh. I can only imagine how these Reborn artists who are like phenomenal, how they deal with that stuff. I think there should be more interviews in the community, like a podcast kind of thing, where they bring Reborn artists on and interview them and ask them where they get their source of inspiration. Do they ever get just overwhelmed by the amount of babies they have to make and paint? Do they ever get burnt out? All good questions that I personally would like to know. But I showed you my big girl, and I'm kind of thinking about naming her Blossom. I'm thinking about it. If you're as old as me, and I don't know if you are or not, there used to be a show on called Blossom. And she was a young girl, and she used to wear funky hats and funky clothes, and she was real smart. And I cannot remember the actress's name, but if you remember The Big Bang Theory, she was Sheldon's girlfriend. And forgive me because I'm not good with names and remembering names, but she's brilliant. She actually homeschooled her children too, in real life. But I loved that show, Blossom. But today, when I heard Blossom again being brought up, it was during the speech today at the graduation when the valedictorian was saying their speech, and she used the word blossom. And it just, the way she said it was, when you learn something, everything that they learned in the 4 years, and now they're going to use all that and blossom into the adult that they are, it was kind of like going into that way in her speech. I was thinking of it in the direction as a Reborn artist, that you take a seed, you stick it in the ground, you water it, you nurture it, you do everything you can to make whatever you're growing grow. And I kind of feel like I'm in that phase right now. Like I am that seed, and I am in the dirt, and I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to, blossom into a Reborn artist. And I think it's a good name for her because I do want to blossom, and I do want to bloom, and I do want to get better. Regardless if I ever sell a baby or not, I would like to get to a level of realism that I would want to buy. And I'm very picky, and I'm sure all of you are, who buy babies. You know, you look for certain things that you love and certain things that turn you off about a baby. So I'm trying to get to that where I'm just like, oh my God, I would buy that baby. I would buy that baby. Now, this baby right here, I would have bought her because I think when I first started, I think she's beautiful. I think she's beautiful. Of course, yeah, I would have liked to have had hair on her, or painted hair. Now, when my son was 6 months old, Luke, he didn't have hardly any hair. It was so sparse at 6 months old. I was like, oh my goodness. Now, my twins, they had tons of hair, tons of hair. Lukey, his little hair didn't fully come in until probably 11 months, 12 months. And then it kicked into high gear after a year old. But he was like her. I mean, and it was blonde. So he looked like a little bald baby, you know, because he's very Caucasian. He's a lighter side. He's much lighter than me, because his daddy is Caucasian. So, you know, it kind of reminds me of that. So if she had painted hair, that would be nice. So I'm trying to work on that. It's hard to, you know, work on painted hair in between being a homeschool mom, being a barber. Oh yes, I'm a barber too. Yes, I even cut my own hair today. That happened during the pandemic. I had to learn to cut hair because all of the barbershops were closed, and I've got how many men in my house that needed haircuts? And so I went on YouTube, good old YouTube, got on the tutorials and learned and was self-taught. And now we are going into 4 years, and I have cut their hair since then. And it has saved me a lot of money because haircuts are very expensive. And my boys' hair they all grow super fast. So they would need to be on an every 2-week schedule to get their haircuts. So I do save a lot of money on that. But back to Reborns. With everything underneath my belt, oh, let me look at my comments down here. I love my babies. Oh, so glad to see and hear your voice. Well, thank you. JJ's Doll World. Hello. Is it Selena's Dolls? Hi. Well, hello. Yes, I'm glad to be on here too. Like I said, I don't always want to show my face. I'm not, I never know what to do. Like, I feel like I'm looking at the camera. It's so weird. It's so awkward to me. So I'm more of a behind the scenes kind of gal. Hello, Tammy. Hello. You like the name Blossom? Oh, I'm glad. I'm more of a behind the scenes kind of girl. I've never liked to be in front of a camera. I'm very shy, to be honest with you. So I like to be behind the camera. But today, since like I told you, I got all glammed up from high school graduation ceremony, I was like, heck, let's not waste all this makeup, and hair. Let's get on and show my face, since you hardly haven't seen it in a decade. It's probably been a decade since I've shown my face. Okay, so Blossom. Yeah, Blossom. Say hello. Say hello, sweet girl. Yeah, she's a cutie. So I'm going to work on her. I'm going to set her aside on the desk over here. Actually, I'm going to put her down here. And I'm going to show you somebody else. And if my children come walking into the room, well, like I said in my last video, it is what it is. Okay? It's not quiet in this house. We are a very noisy family. We're rowdy. I'm loud. So, you know, we have our quiet moments, but, you know, kids are kids. Okay, so I painted another baby over, I think I started Thursday. I started Thursday. Newborn, small newborn, a Reborn kit, 18 inches. Christopher Awake. And this was a part of that big box I told you I bought from that Reborn artist that passed away. And this was the kit that was in there. I'm not a big fan. Not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan. And I didn't actually want to paint it. But I said, well, it's good practice. So suck it up, Buttercup, and get to going. I decided to paint an AA baby. And I love skins of color, all colors. And when I went and first started in the Reborn community, and you're talking about decades ago, there wasn't much biracial AA Reborns being painted or shown on YouTube. Heck, I could barely find one that was my skin tone. So, of course, on my hands, I'm much darker than I am on my face because obviously makeup and yeah, I'm like an olive tone skin color. Greek, German, and Hispanic. But anyway, I always wanted babies with more color, but they just weren't always available, or if they were very expensive because more goes into making babies of color. Baby's my skin tone, so be it. So I thought, let's give it a try. Little Blossom down there, she, like I said, she's about my skin tone, maybe just a smidge darker. And oh, I have some more people. I don't mind videos. I don't make videos anymore, but watch when I can. Cool, homeschool my sister. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to read, and there you go. I'm reading your message, Tammy. Oh, wow. JJ's dolls said that they are getting the Ward sculpt. I don't know that sculpt, but I'll have to look it up. There's so many kits that have come out, you guys. I can't keep track. I get very overwhelmed it's kind of like shopping when you've got too many options, when you go to dinner and you go to a dinner and you sit down and the menu has like 5 pages and you're just like, just give me a cheeseburger because I am just too overwhelmed to pick something. That's kind of how I get with Reborns. It's like, how many pages do I have to look at? And then I forget what I like, it's just like, oh my God, it's just too much. And anyway, I'm losing track of what I was trying to say. It happens a lot lately. So, okay, this is the baby. You ready? Everybody be nice. This is my first time. The limbs are not all the way done yet, so I have to work on the limbs because they're just not quite there yet, especially around the feet and the hands. They're not to where I'm wanting it. But here's a sneak peek for you lucky ladies who are in here. My 8 people watching. 8, right? Thank you for you 8. Okay, ready? Now, I have so much light coming in, okay? It's even washing me out. So let me close this blind here and see if that helps at all, because I'm right in front of the window. See? Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Let's see if I bring him back in. Okay, so he's looking a little bit better. So here he is. Now, these eyes obviously did not come with the kit. These are eyes that I just had from, I don't even know where the heck I got them. They're cheap plastic eyes. And they're blue. But, he looks good. I think he looks good. I still need to do one more step on him. Of course, he has no brows because I haven't finished him yet. And his lips, they look nice. He has some really nice shading. There's his ear. Here's the other ear. Like, this ear is darker on here, so I'm going to lighten that side because this side is much lighter. Well, actually, no, they actually look the same now that I look back. See, it's the lighting in here. It's so bad because when you look at him, he looks like a shade lighter to me on camera, but he's actually not. I hate my phone because it's an iPhone 12. I need to upgrade and get a better phone because my video quality has gone down the toilet. Okay? So he looks much better in person. You're going to have to trust me on that. Okay? So there he is. Can you believe he started off this color right here? Is that not crazy that he was this pale? And I had to get him from this to this. It is crazy. It is crazy to think. Oh, you guys are slipping. Oh, thank you, Iris. Iris said he was stunning. Tammy. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Oh, I lost you guys. Okay, you're back. That was my fault. I had you propped up on a container here. Oh my gosh, I'm catching live. More people are starting to come on. Thank you that you all think he's cute. Yes, he's growing on me. Like I said, I wasn't a fan at first. I think I can't really tell what it is, I think. But he's very small. He's a small baby. To me, he would be a preemie, okay? In real life, he would be a preemie. He wouldn't be a newborn, even though he's classified as a newborn. He's preemie to me. I'm not a fan of small preemie babies, even though my niece was a preemie, Brie. She was 4 pounds when she was born. Actually, she was under 4 pounds. Love her to death, but in dolls, I don't want preemies. I mean, I'm a big girl, you know. I like some thickness to my babies, but I don't want them too big. For all of you out there who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I think he looks pretty good. His head is on an alcohol bottle right now. Alcohol, when I make a mistake, when I have not matte varnished him yet and the paint isn't sealed, alcohol is what I use to fix corrections. Just a little bit, and I learned that from another Reborn artist. So yeah, I have to finish this little guy. I have to finish his limbs and his arms. Well, limbs, arms, legs. So I'm not even going to show them to you because they look awful. Okay, I'll just little sneak peek. Okay, see, I'm same skin tone, but I want to lighten it up towards the top, and I want to work on the palms, and I'm going to get that down, believe me. I'm not even going to show him again until I've fixed him. So yeah, he's a cutie. He is, and with the right color eyes, he will definitely be a stunner. And his eyebrows, when I do his brows. So when I get him finished, he will be available for adoption. He will go up for sale. He'll be my first baby to sell because I feel confident in selling him. I love the way his paint looks. It's very smooth. I think it's nice quality, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy that if I sold him and he would go out into the universe, that I feel good about him being bought. Not to say that my other babies aren't, but I still have an attachment to those babies, and I think my work is just progressing and getting better. So, I mean, someone has to go. Someone has to leave the nursery. And since I'm not a big fan of smaller babies, like I said, Isla is probably the smallest I would want to go for a newborn. So yeah, I will come back on here. I will show you him when I'm done with him and he's got new eyes and eyebrows and all that good stuff. And then I will have him up for adoption. But I thought he could make his debut, say hello to everybody. Oh, you are so cute though. It took, oh boy, it took me quite some time to come up with the skin tone for this little guy. But it just amazes me every time I look at him and I'm like, wow, I am very impressed with myself, you know? I am very impressed. I mean, to go from, you know, this color to this, it's remarkable. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to God for giving me the artistic ability to paint, to do anything artistic, because I've always been that way since I can't even remember how long. And the fact that I can try to paint my own babies is so rewarding to me, because I can make them the way I want to make them, you know? I can add what I want to add, or make that kit if I want that kit, and I don't have to wait and save up. You know, I'll have to save up for the kit, but I won't have to, you know, save up for months and months and months. You know, I can make my own and I can enjoy those babies. So I'm very, very proud of myself. You know, a mom with 4 children. I'm sorry, take that back. I'm counting my dog. She's my daughter. I have a Labradoodle and she's 2 years old. So technically, yeah, I do have 4 children, but 3 human. So a mom with 3 children, and you homeschool and you're a stay-at-home mom, it's hard to find things that make you feel like you're contributing in the world. You know, like, what is my purpose? I know I'm a mom, I know I'm a wife, and my purpose is to raise these children, but at the same time, you don't want to lose yourself. You don't want to lose your identity. You don't want to lose your dreams and your desires that you want to do. And I'm 44 years old, and I have many, 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 many things I want to do in my life still. And I don't want to just not do them because I'm a mom and because I'm a stay-at-home mom, or I'm a homeschool mom. You know, I still want to be me. I still want to be me. I still want to enjoy the Reborn community. And I think that's why I decided to come back on. I was talking with my husband, like, I put it away for a while. I put it on the shelf, and I really truly missed it. There are some things I don't miss, and I'm sure things are probably still kind of like that in the doll community, but there was so much more that I did and loved about the doll community. Just hold on, let me pause right here. Let me just finish reading some of the compliments. My first darker skin tone baby is in my profile. Okay, Tammy, I'm reading what you're saying. Oh, I'll have to go check that out. Thank you, Tammy. Yes, God is good. God is good for sure. And since I've been gone for forever from the Reborn community, I'm not up to date on everything. Like, I don't know, like, I'm out of touch. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what's the latest, greatest kit. I don't know what the gossip is around. I don't know, you know, who's the Dolly police. I know there was Dolly police when I was on YouTube, but I'm sure you know what Dolly police is. The trolls never go away. I still get them. Now, I used to get them really bad when I first had my channel. Oh, it was so horrible. And then when I switched to my new channel and my channel got bigger and bigger and bigger, oh my gosh, the trolls were horrible to me. Oh, they would say wretched things, horrible things. And that's before there were YouTube monitors or whatever you call them. There was days I would just cry because, yeah, you want to try to have a tough skin, but sometimes they would hit a nerve and it would get you. So I would have to just kind of reevaluate, reassess, and say I'm not going to let them take my joy, and get back in the game and not stop what I enjoy. But yeah, I hope everyone is having a wonderful Saturday. Oh, thank you, Iris. I'm glad you like my style of painting. I'm waiting, like I said, on a kit to come. Let's see, what are you trying? Okay, Tammy, let's see. I'm not updated on everything as my mom's health. Oh, you should, Tammy. You should make videos. Even if your mom's health is not so good, it's very therapeutic to sneak away and make a video, even if it's for 10 minutes. It gets your mind off of what's going on. You know, you can escape for 5-10 minutes. Remember, you have to fill your cup. If your cup goes empty, it isn't good for anybody. And I had to learn that the hard way many times over, because a lot of times women, we definitely put ourselves last and everybody else first, and we don't put our needs first, and it can run you down. It can cause a lot of mental health. That affects me a lot, you know, and everybody. You know, when you get too overwhelmed, it does make you depressed. It makes you sad. It makes you all kinds of things. Like, I have things going on in my life. You know, my mom and dad are up there in age. My dad just turned 70, and his prostate is now, things are coming back up with his prostate. He had a prostate surgery before my twins were born, so maybe 7 years ago, and he went in for his blood results, and things are not going in a good direction. And so now that has caused a hiccup in the family, and I'm trying not to think about it, but it's in the back of my mind. Then my mom, back in March, had a pacemaker put in, and that was life-changing. That was literally within a 2-week time frame, finding out my mom is sick and my mom needs a pacemaker, literally going into the emergency room and coming to reality and accepting the fact 10 hours later that she may need a pacemaker, and then a week later finding out she needs one. Oh, I hear my son coming in. Yes?
I want to build a fort in the living room.
Okay, a small one.
Oh, big one.
Not too big, because then you have to clean it up.
Mom.
Do you want to say hi?
What?
Oh, you want to say hi on YouTube?
What you? Whoa. What?
Come here. Come here. This is my son, Luke. Say hi.
Hi.
He has the cutest dimples, you guys. He has green eyes. Can't tell, but he has green eyes. Say, how old are you?
1.
Oh, no, you are not 1. How old are you?
I know. I'm 3.
You're 3. Yes, you're 3 years old. Are you shy? Are you being shy?
Yeah.
So this is the little guy that you will hear in the background, either torturing his brothers or running around making a lot of noise. And he is my baby. He is my baby. So, see, people are saying, hi, Luke. Hi, Luke. Yeah. I don't usually show my children on YouTube. I like to protect their privacy. But every once in a while, I will show them. But it's definitely not a full-time thing. And I'm sure all you out there can understand. But, yeah. You like the babies, huh? You like the baby dolls?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Okay, so, another thing what I love about Luke, you know, he has, his daddy and I have freckles, but right here on the side of his hand, he has a freckle. See it?
Yeah.
You got a little angel kiss right there.
Mom, one on my feet too.
Yes, there's one on your foot too.
One on my
Your brothers
belly.
have them. The brothers have them like here and here and like little. So he has a little black eye right here because Luke likes to play with the frisbee. And we went to my sister's house last weekend, and Jonah and Luke were throwing the frisbee, and Jonah threw it at Luke, and it hit him right there on the cheek. And the little bruise didn't show up probably until 2 days later, and then during the week it just started into a nice shiner. So that happens with boys. That happens. Oh, everybody's saying hi and hello. Hi, yes, baby Luke. Baby Luke. Yes. You're a cutie patootie. Yes, you are. My twins have blue eyes, my skin tone, and you got green eyes. My grandmother had green eyes.
Mommy.
What? You can go build your fort?
Can you help me build my fort?
Okay, can you give me 10 minutes?
Please.
Start by taking out your materials that you need for your fort. Okay? And then I will go out there in a little bit.
Please.
And don't forget to bring your mattress out there.
I'm gonna bring pillows out
Okay,
there.
but not any of my pillows from the room.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Ah!
Oh, be careful. And make sure you put your blocks away. Well, that was Luke. My baby. So, I see more people coming on here. I have 9. Hello. Thank you for all the prayers from my family. I appreciate that. But like I was saying, especially to Tammy, my sister has to have knee surgery in June. We all went out to play pickleball as a couple for date night with my cousin and his wife, and my sister was on the court. She barely moved the wrong way, and she tore her ACL. She has some torn ligaments and her meniscus. So now she has to have knee surgery, and she's very scared. So I've got to deal with my sister's health, my dad's health now, and just the continuing monitoring my mom, who has a pacemaker now. I got a lot on my plate, and that's the thing that sometimes I think people forget is when you are on YouTube and you come on and you make a video and you put on this happy face, that we all are human, that we all are going through something. Sometimes we share it, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't want to talk about it because we come on here to forget, and we come on here to have some peace and to have those endorphins of happiness for 5, 10, 20 minutes. And it's wonderful to have that source of outlet. So I encourage you, Tammy, if you can make a video, or anyone who's listening right now, I encourage you to make a video. I encourage you to do it. You don't have to show your face. You can just talk, show your hands, change your baby. It's really good therapy. It's very therapeutic. And this community is very nice. There's a lot of really nice women on here that, heck, are even probably going through the same things that you're going through. And it is definitely a sisterhood. There are a lot of women in this community. And if we lean on each other a little bit more, I think makes it all the better, you know? So, gosh, I don't even know how long. Oh my gosh, I've been on here for 44 minutes. Oh my gosh. I can chat. I can talk a lot. I try not to in my videos, but I can't help it. I am a talker. I don't know. I can't. I just have so much to talk about sometimes. Or I'm rambling. I'm going to go on to an hour here pretty soon if I don't get off. But I better get off because I'm going to lose my daylight and I've got to paint. Got to finish this cute little guy right here. And Blossom needs her nails. So I'll come back on maybe tomorrow and make a video and change her and maybe do a proper name announcement for her and show Isla and Noah again. But thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And let me just read the last couple of messages before I go. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Yes, it is right. D. Linda, yes. I hope I said your name correctly. Yeah, you just don't know when someone's going through something. Well, thank you, Tammy, for the prayers. I appreciate it. But, thank you all who continue to watch my videos, who have been around for a very long time. I appreciate that. I know I've really been out of the community for a long time, and I've probably lost a lot of subscribers that don't watch anymore. Or maybe I'm just not relevant, I don't have any high-end dolls. I don't really have, fancy things in my nursery anymore. And I know there's a lot of, subscribers out there that have all that stuff and have gorgeous babies. But, sometimes you just have to be happy with what you have. And when I first started in this hobby, it felt like I was always competing. Who has the better doll, who has the prettier clothes, who has the cool nursery setup. But I had to let that go. I had to let that vision that I wanted go, because I only had what I had. And I'm a person with a very fixed income. My husband is the only one that works. So sometimes I just can't get what I want to get. And it's hard. It is hard, because we all want to have nice things. We all want to have those beautiful, gorgeous babies that look like they're ready to breathe. But sometimes you just can't get them. And that's another thing that I want to do. I want to get really good at reborning. And then I want to try to give back by painting reborns, but just the kits. Not stuffing them, not putting glass beads in them, just paint the kits and selling them for ridiculous prices, because I want everybody to have a chance to have a pretty baby. And a lot of you guys out there now have materials to weight their own babies, to put zip ties in bodies. Like when I first came out, hardly anybody did that. Hardly anybody took their babies apart or had zip ties or weighting material or stuffing, polyfill. But now most collectors have that stuff in their arsenal, to say. So I was thinking, I can buy a kit, or if someone reached out to me and said, hey, if I buy this kit, can you paint this for me? And then I would just charge them just to paint the kit. But I definitely could not do custom, because I'm nowhere in that skill set to go off a photo or say, hey, I want this or I want that. It would just have to be what I painted. Of course, I could, keep it in the skin tone you wanted, but I would have to do it the way the art comes out in me. To me, art for me is just looking on that canvas, and it just, whatever just pours out. And I think it's so much nicer that way, because when an artist can do that, I think you get their best work. Than putting all that pressure on that artist to say, oh, I want it to look like that, because they can come close, but it will never be what that other artist made. So those are just kind of some thoughts. I'm just thinking, just putting random thoughts in my head of what I can do. And if I manifest things in my mind and put it out there in the universe, it'll happen. I really do believe in the power of manifesting. And I know I will get better at my art. And I know other people will want my babies. I don't know how I know, but I know. Maybe because I feel like I have this confidence inside, and I'm just going to keep trying, and I'm not going to let anybody stop me. I have to keep pushing myself to get better, because I'm the pretty much the person that can do it. I'm the one that can either sink this ship or let it sail. So I want to sail, and I want to go far, So you guys help me with that. Your encouragement helps me. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, Erica. Oh, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to say goodbye, and my son needs me. So I will talk to you all soon. Bye, guys.
Off the pillow.
Okay, I know. I'm coming. Gotta go. Bye.